Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the postgame press conference. We'll start the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Tyler Hildebrand. Then we'll open it up to questions for the media for Savannah Chacon, Zaina Meyer, and Dylan Dela Cruz, along with head coach Tyler Hildebrand. Coach, go ahead.
Thanks, Lindy. We're trying to build something here in terms of, I guess, our mentality or how we're going to try to win matches or play together. I guess the thing I said to the girls, which I think that, I'm most proud of, or we're most proud of, I hope our fans are, is that it doesn't matter if we're winning or losing, our girls are still staying together. And that's going to be the motto of the season. And you can see how hard they're playing. And it's rare when, if you make a couple of mistakes or things don't go our way, that people don't, start fighting against each other, and they find a way to just keep fighting. And then once we get through those, then we start playing some really good volleyball. So tonight was another match. This team was a lot more physical than you kind of see them on video, and then you play against them. They're pretty physical. I think one lineup, they got like 6'5", 6'4", 6'3". So I thought their physicality challenged us a little bit. And, we hadn't seen Paige Barch. And I don't even know she was, there. And she's obviously a great player. And we held her to 0.65 on 46 swings. And so I thought that was a really good job by our girls to be able to do that with someone they didn't even know was going to play, to get that many swings. I think you saw what we can do on offense, as we got rolling there. We're passing the ball good in set 3 and 4. And, Zaina was pretty great tonight. So, we're going to keep trying to find ways to fight through the non-perfect stuff and then play like we did in sets 3 and 4, which is a pretty good brand of volleyball.
Questions?
For all of you, that was a great atmosphere in the mid tonight. It's been a long time since you saw a women's volleyball atmosphere like that. Can each of you kind of comment on how it felt to be in there?
Personally, I was pretty nervous, but I think we all fed off the crowd's energy, and it was really great to open up our first game here.
Yeah, I think we were all a little nervous because of all the fans there, but I think it was pretty incredible to see all those people in the community coming to support us, and just knowing that they had our back, and it was just pretty cool just seeing all those people and playing in front of them.
I would just to piggyback off that. You can just feel the unity, and when we're going, everybody's up, and when we're down, they got our back. So we just fed off that, and it was super cool to be in that atmosphere for the first time. So,
well, first of all, Dylan always says that and then plays great. So, I've told these girls since literally the first day I got the job that our first goal isn't to play volleyball, isn't to do that. Our first goal is to get this community excited about this team again. And so I think it was cool to have support, and I think there's going to be more people on Saturday night. So.
Question for all of you: how does it feel to have the home opener victory?
I mean, I think it's pretty cool to start out with a win and just show what we're gonna do in these next years to come, and just this season too.
I think it's just a really good confidence builder. And not only builds confidence in us, but just our community and what we're capable of. And I just think this game tonight just really helped us and showed us that all we can do is go up from here. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, I think it's just foreshadowing what we're gonna do in the future. Yeah.
Go on.
I don't have to.
A little bit of a slow start. You call timeout there. No yelling, no nothing. What were you guys talking about? Because when you came out of that timeout, you looked different.
I think I don't know, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I think I said, okay, we'll give you guys a pass. You guys are a little nervous, first time at home. But hey, now we got a chance to. So for us, we're building on an underdog mindset. And we got all these girls that have come from different programs. We have women on our team that maybe haven't had the success that they'd want to have. And so what do we have to play to lose? I mean, we have nothing to play to lose for. I mean, we have bigger dreams than where we've been. and everyone two of them are here, but we have a lot of transfers. They came here because they want to do something different. They want to have bigger dreams, but we haven't done anything yet. So we have this underdog mindset. And so for us, we want to keep playing with our backs against the wall. So I was like, all right, we all get a pass. We're a little nervous. And now our back's against the wall. It's perfect. So something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty much nailed it.
Pretty accurate,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, so I feel like the turning point there in a very defensive match, obviously, just the numbers reflect that. Those set 2 runs, you got 11 ties in that second set. There's a couple runs, you guys went 4-0, and then it's tied again, and then you pushed it over the top. What did you guys feel on the court that was the difference there in the second set that kind of propelled you into the victory?
I would say just like something that we've been like really working on and just like kind of repeating to each other is when we're in those situations, like our good is good enough. And like Tyler always says, like perfect is the enemy of good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think like just having especially like your coaches and like your teammates like on the same page with that when we're in those situations, like it gives us the confidence and just frees us up to just run with like our momentum and just gives everybody just like a sense of like peace with what they're doing and trust, and then we just go from there. So
Yeah, I agree. I think a big feeling tonight was playing for each other, and just knowing that we all have each other's backs, and if someone's like not doing well, like we trust them and we lift them up and we play together. And I feel like I felt that a lot, and it sort of like it increased as the match went on.
Yeah, I think once we got like the first set jitters off, we started to flow and we just started to play our game. And we have so much trust between each other that we can trust each other to play our part. Yeah.
Question for Coach. In set 4, you had those 2 challenges that were both overturned. Tell me how that contributed to like the turnaround of the game.
All I know is our basketball team was sitting in there cheering me on, and that fired me up. And I'm not used to that, I did challenge, and I heard some guys, I didn't know they were sitting there actually. And then they're like, yeah, coach. And I looked, and it's our basketball team. I'm like, oh, what's up, guys? And then when we won it, they cheered. And then the second one, I was waiting for the win. I pointed at them. They stood up, so I thought it was kind of fun. But, challenges, you win some, you lose some. You try to trust your players if they see something. Those I thought were fairly obvious. And Morgan doesn't hit a lot of bigs out, so that was an easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Morgan, Zanai, obviously you did a great job spreading the ball around, but can you just talk a little bit about setting Morgan? Because she's not really your average big. I mean, she's kind of moving around a lot.
No, yeah. Morgan's a stud, and she's also like a player that I feel like I can trust no matter the situation. I mean, obviously I can trust all my hitters. She's very, very consistent, and she has a lot of like creativity, which with how she hits the ball, and she can do a ton of different shots. And on her bic, she's able to like decide on a route and like do like either 40 or bic and just like cut it off. And I just like I feel her, like she's very just consistent, and on the bic especially, she's just freaking firecracker and super. She's really fun to set. But yeah.
Last one for me. This is an emotional night, for you, first time here, for you, some of you guys, first time playing in the mid in front of the crowd and everything. How do you maintain that emotion, deal with that emotion, and then come back and kind of roll that momentum into Saturday?
Dylan?
Can you pass?
Yeah. I would say just leaning on our teammates. I think that's the big theme of tonight, is just trusting each other, and like when those emotions are high, just looking at your teammates and like feeling their energy and just playing together. I think that's what I felt a lot.
For me, I think it's just like a big thing I'm focusing on is just like being where my feet are and being super present. And like today, like there's certain points where like I would, if I scored or like I got an ace, like Zaina would come up to me and just be like, so good. And like just things like that and moments like that, like you just got to sit back and be like, oh my gosh, like we're so lucky. Like this atmosphere is just incredible. And like the amount of gratitude I have right now, like coming in and just like feeling so like loved and welcomed is just like, like I like my face hurt. I was smiling so much, but it was awesome. So I'm super excited for this season. So
yeah, I think our message, is I think we're a good volleyball team. I think everyone can see that, and we have a lot of great players. We've subbed someone in almost every match, and every time they've done well. We have a lot of depth. You should come to our practices. They get after it. It's a very high level brand of volleyball. So we want volleyball to take care of itself. Our goal is to try to bring all these new coaches, all these new players together to have the joy in the game and to have a positive environment. And you hear from them. We go around the circle all the time. I'm a little late up here because they kept talking about all this stuff. But we try to tell them every day that's why we're here. We're here to graduate. We're here to really find the joy in what it's like to play together. And not everyone can say that because you got to have talent and you got to be good. But I think we have talent. I think we're good. But that's going to be the X factor for us if we can keep that. So Notre Dame, that's going to be the same every day. So it doesn't matter whether we won today and we got to come back on Saturday.
Coach, this is your first official home game as the coach of the Long Beach State women's volleyball. How does it feel to get the home opener win and to get your first win back at your alma mater?
Well, I don't really think about it that much. The girls were really nice. Mark, I think, Mark gave me a ball at the beginning, which was really cool. I was focused on the game, but and the girls were really nice. They actually kept the ball from Oregon State, which is the first win, and they gave me a picture of the team. I almost cried. I cry a lot, but I kept it together. And Olivia was in my face with the camera, so I was trying to keep it together. But I've won a lot of matches in this gym, so it felt pretty similar. I don't know. It's such a joy to coach these girls right now, and I told them that they have something a little special going on. Usually when you're losing points, everyone has something. The momentum goes down, or there's we've played in 4 matches now, and it just doesn't happen. They're just playing together. So I don't even really care what's going on with first wins or this or that, because it's such a joy to be a part of what they're doing. And so that's, I don't know. I don't even know if I answered your question, but that's, yeah.
Thank you, guys. Very good job today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
thank you.
Oh.
Good stuff. Understatement.